Climate action is very difficult for people to get their heads around. It's a big idea and many people, including myself, find it very difficult to work out what I need to do on an individual level and what I need to do on an organisational or group level. WLCAN, West Lothian Climate Action Network, is one of a number of networks that were set up and funded by the Scottish Government. We started roughly this time last year, put all the funding bids at the end of 23, and in January 24 we launched. We started from nothing, but we had the expertise of some committed people who had worked in West Lothian for a long time, and we felt that West Lothian needed a climate action network to bring people together to fight for changes to ensure that the climate crisis is dealt with one way or another.
As part of the West Lothian Climate Action Network, it's opened up a lot of conversations with different community growing groups, different initiatives, and WLCAN have regularly organised, and we're going to one tomorrow, conferences where local groups can meet up, because I think it's quite easy just to be in isolation in this sort of area of work. So we have links to various different projects who are a bit more established than us, and the link between all of that is WLCAN. The support that they've given us has been amazing. It's not just a drop in, here's some money, get what you need to get. It's Jocelyn has been keenly involved in this project. She's very keen to sort of convey her knowledge and to share, which a lot of this sort of process is about. It's about sharing knowledge, but also tackling local climate change. And we're trying to do our bit on a very local level where, rather than maybe someone have to go to Basket for something or to get transport to go to Livingston to get something, they can find it here. And that can be anything from growing to cooking classes to workshop to music. So it's, we want it to be a proper community project with the help of WLCAN.
Well, I'm a member, treasurer of the River Almond Action Group, which has arisen out of the river that we're on the edge of, out of concerns about the pollution that goes into it from the sewage works that's upstream and many other sewage outfalls that are upstream, a total of 13 on the River Almond. So my group's a subgroup of the West Lothian Climate Action Network, WLCAN as it's abbreviated to, and we've had some very close working with them. They've supported us in one of our major projects, which was Butts Are Beautiful campaign, giving water butts to members of the public, community organisations, community gardens, allotment societies in West Lothian.
Okay, so the Eco Development Fund, we had 3 rounds so far of dispersing funding. Each round we had oversubscribed from our membership, and we asked for further monies from the Scottish Government so we could extend our Eco Development Fund.
Yes, well, we're Livingston Community Shed, and we have a lease from the council on this huge area of garden. So thanks to the Climate Hub, we've now got a bit of money and a lot of support to plant an orchard, and we're clearing all the ivy and bushes and trees, and we're going to build some raised beds for a community garden. And we've also got a greenhouse to put up and build, but we're going to wait for the good weather before we put that up.
WLCAN has tried to tackle this by chunking the various aspects of climate action in sections relating to energy. So earth, water, fire and air. In spring last year, We held an Earth conference and invited all of the organisations in West Lothian that had a connection to the Earth. Food organisations, community gardens, anything to do with the soil and growing and planting. Were invited to conference to look at the issues around the Earth, the energies. And then in September we had what we called a water confluence, which brought together all of the individuals in the community and the organisations interested in water, whether that was organisations who were fighting water pollution or people who enjoy water, anglers, people who wild water swim, all of the people who are interested in dealing with water energy. And then through the winter we tackled fire energy, which is energy. It's about saving energy, saving money, making energy savings, and we organised a number of smaller events, very localised, in places like Fault House in the West Lothian, to advise people on energy saving. Climate action for me is doing my very best to save the planet. The planet is in a terrible state and it's all due to human activity. I want to be able to say to my grandchildren, when they say to me, "What did you do, Granny, to save the planet?" And I'll have to say, "My very best."